Are you ready, Clerk?
I am ready.
All right, then let's rise and pledge allegiance to the flag. Dan, would you lead us this evening?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Host,
Here.
White,
Here.
Underhill,
Here.
Michaelak,
Here.
Zambito.
Here.
This time I'd like to call a public hearing open on Section 1411D3 of the New York Not-for-Profit Corporation Law in connection with the proposed transfer of property, namely 60 Evans Street, if there's anyone that wishes to speak to that.
Did we do roll
We
call?
didn't do the, we didn't do the.
Yeah, we did.
What's that?
Yeah, we
did.
did. I led them. I was thinking roll call, but we just did that too.
Oh my God, I don't know where we are, where are we being?
It's like, where are we?
Off to a good
It's
start.
Friday or what is it?
Where you wanna be?
Oh my goodness.
All right. Hey, we're all aging out, you know.
How much aging is fading? She's been here since 6:30 this morning. Yeah, she didn't leave till 7:30 last night, so.
Oh my God.
Okay, Alicia better erase that.
Edit that part.
Yeah, edit that out.
We start over.
Yeah,
We're all,
start
we're
from
all
scratch.
crazy here.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Hey, 12 hours without stopping, to eat your lunch. Especially when half of that time spent moving furniture.
Oh, sugar.
It's getting there.
No, they had to go into the storage unit, sort through, take half the stuff out to get to the stuff they needed. We'll take that in, take the other stuff in, put that stuff back in there. It was a good thing it wasn't raining today. I mean, just-
Yeah.
I
It's
know.
not fun.
But they got it all done. Dan and Troy
See, they're
and
moved over there.
Marcy and Heidi, Teresa, Sherry, I mean, everybody was pitching in.
And we got more to do tomorrow
Yeah,
morning at
Raylan was
7
in,
o'clock.
Raylan was moving,
Oh,
she
dear.
just carried the table. It was all hands on deck.
Tell you what the
Andrew,
forecast
everybody, there was like
says.
8 people moving furniture all day today while we were getting
That's the way to do it.
town board meeting ready, so. Looking for a pen?
No, I got this. I like this pen. I steal one of yours. I might steal that one.
Yeah, pen.
It's only one more pen. I got pens. I just like that damn pen.
I understand.
It's funny how you get attached to
I
one.
know, it's stupid. And it was nice like this.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
nice.
The New York class
It was-
one is nice too.
Yeah, I got
Sharon's
it.
got
Where'd
that
you
one.
get yours,
Yeah.
Monroe County? I think that's
It is a
what,
nice
the
pen.
gray one? That's the one I lost.
Oh, is it?
That's the one. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
it is a nice pen.
Yeah. Here's my pen.
I got this from the USDA.
Oh,
Blue, black.
yeah, it is.
It's blue too.
I like it too.
The judge is gonna watch this.
You stealing my
You're
pen
gonna go
now?
to jail.
Greg gave it to me.
There you go, Blaine, throw me under the bus.
No, it was similar to this one. It's
Throw me right under the bus.
Is yours New York class?
Mine,
Mine is.
hers is, mine's.
Yeah, mine
like
was,
a-
mine was, more like Tad's.
Oh, we steal mine.
This is what? Monroe County
If there is
School Board.
no one,
Oh, you gotta wait till 5 after.
I
It
thought
is
it was
5
5
after.
after.
Not quite.
What clock
7:03.
you go by?
You must have
It will be
started.
5 after by the
Almost.
time I get done talking.
Fair enough.
Okay. Guess it depends on.
I'll declare the public hearing for the transfer of property at 60 Evans closed. At this time, I'll open the public hearing on the increase and improvement of facilities for Sewer District 2 Park Road. If anyone is here that wishes to speak, please identify yourself.
I understand now. You got one more, right?
Mhm.
This time I'll call a public hearing in connection with the facilities of Sewer District 2 Park Road improvements closed, and open the public hearing on local law number 3 of 2022, amending the vehicle and traffic law, town of Batavia. Time I'll call the public hearing on local law number 3 of 2022 closed. Moving to SEQR reviews. I have a short environmental assessment form for the transfer of property to the BDC, Batavia Development Corporation. And it lists under Part 1 at the Creek Park, Town of Batavia, name of action or project, Creek Park, location is on 60 Evans Street, and a brief description is as follows. Sale of parcel to the Batavia Development Corporation for future development. The Town of Batavia is the applicant, and it goes to question 1. Does the proposed action only involve the legislative adoption of a plan, local law, ordinance, administrative rule, or regulation? The answer to that is no. Question number 2, does the proposed action require a permit, approval, or funding from any other government agency? The answer to that is yes. It requires the approval of conveyance to the BDC by the Batavia Town Board. Number 3, the total acreage of the site of the proposed action is 4.66 acres. The total acreage to be physically disturbed is 0 acres, and the total acreage, including the project site and contiguous properties owned by the Town of Batavia, is 4.66 acres. Number 4, check all land uses that occur on, are adjoining, or near the proposed action. Check commercial. Question 5, in the proposed action, is it a permitted use under zoning regulations? The answer is yes, no, or not applicable, and that is not applicable. Is it consistent with the adopted comprehensive plan? And the answer to that question is yes. Number 6, is the proposed action consistent with the predominant character of the existing built or natural landscape? And the answer to that is yes. Is the site of the proposed action located in or does it adjoin a state-listed critical environmental area? The answer to that is no. Question 8, will the proposed action result in a substantial increase in traffic above present levels? That is no. B, are public transportation services available at or near the site of the proposed action? The answer to that is no. And C, are any pedestrian accommodations or bicycle routes available on or near the site of the proposed action? The answer to that is yes. Question 9, does the proposed action meet or exceed the state energy code requirements? The answer to that is no. It's not applicable. The action has nothing to do with energy code. Question 10, will the proposed action connect to an existing public-private water supply? The answer to that is no. Question 11, will the proposed action connect to existing wastewater lines? The answer to that is no. Number 12, does the project site contain or is it substantially contiguous to a building, archaeological site, district which is listed on the National or State Register of Historic Places, or that has been determined by the Commissioner of the New York State Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation to be eligible for listing on the State Register of Historic Places? The answer to that is no. Part B of question 12 is a project site or any portion of it located in or adjacent to an area designated as sensitive for archaeological sites on the New York State Historic Preservation Office SHPO archaeological site inventory? The answer to that is no. Question 13, does any portion of the site of the proposed action or lands adjoining the proposed action contain wetlands or other water bodies regulated by a federal, state, or local agency? The answer to that is yes. Question part B of 13, would the proposed action physically alter or encroach into any existing wetland or water body? And the answer to that, part B, is no. The answer to part A is that the property runs adjacent to the Tonawanda Creek. There will be no alterations to the creek or creek bed. Question 14, identify the typical habitat types that occur on or are likely to be found on the project site. check all that apply, and I checked shoreline. Does the site of the proposed action contain any species of animal or associated habitats listed by the state or federal government as threatened or endangered? The answer is no. Is the project site located in a 100-year floodplain? The answer to that is yes. Will the proposed action create stormwater discharge? The answer to that is no. Will stormwater discharge flow to adjacent properties? No. Will stormwater discharges be directed to established conveyance systems? No. Question 18, does the proposed action include construction or other activities that would result in the impoundment of water or other liquids? Example of retention pond, waste lagoon, or dam? The answer to that question is no. Question 19, has the site of the proposed action or an adjoining property been a location of an active or closed solid waste management facility? The answer to that is no. And question 20, has the site of the proposed action or an adjoining property been the subject of a remediation, ongoing or completed for hazardous waste? The answer to that is yes. It is required as New York State DEC spill number 9109575, remediated and closed on April the 5th of 1995. And that concludes the short form seeker. I would certify then that that information is true and accurate to the best of my knowledge. And that concludes the seeker for the transfer of property to the BDC. As far as the seeker for the improvement and increase in improvement of facilities for sanitary sewer district number 2, I just would make an acknowledgement that that full environmental assessment form as revised on 2/18 of 2014 is attached to this meeting's minutes and stands instead of having to do a new seeker. So it has been acknowledged, and improvements in the district have been done with a prior seeker. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for someone to move to accept the minutes of the June 15th, 2022 regular town board meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Is there discussion? Roll call, please.
Underhill,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Michaelak,
Yes.
Post.
Yes. We have speakers this evening. Mr. Arena, would you like to address the board? You can use the podium, and thank you for your attendance.
Thank you. Hello to everyone. I spoke last month, I was here, and I spoke about the town of Batavia Planning Board's recommended approval of the Kmart parking lot and Henderson Development Project. I raised two issues. One was the intersection of 5 and 63, and of course the bigger issue I raised was the corner of Park Road and Lewiston Road. I would like to see the town avoid any safety responsibility in that area for failing to perform an adequate highway safety traffic impact study, failing to provide a safe roadway, or failing to correct a known safety risk. I feel this stretch of highway is very, very unsafe. Now I see there's some activity at the corner of 5 and 63. Benderson Development owns the corner next to the Rite Aid pharmacy. And the commercial lot at 8364 Lewiston Road is a commercial lot that's up for sale. So I mean, there's commercial activity there, let alone having to put commercial activity in the parking lot of the Kmart. And again, I'm just dumbfounded how it's considered a vacant parking lot. I mean, the building's vacant, 16,500 square foot building is certainly vacant. The parking lot is not vacant, and I think it's just asking for trouble. I was hoping Steve Mountain was going to be here. He had called me and he had said that it was the town's wishes that they were going to ask Benderson Development to refile their application. Can
Not
you
that
give
I'm
me any
aware of.
color on that?
Not that I'm aware of.
He had called me to put a date on it. The date, he called me at 3 o'clock. There was a serious accident at 5 and 63. and he called me and he said that that Benderson was gonna be required to resubmit their application. Of course, I said that, you know, it was a falsified application. I think if I filed a false document with the government, at the very least I'd get the weekends in jail. So I guess I don't have much to talk about tonight, because that's what I was kind of wondering. You know, when Steve Mountain, representing the town of Batavia, the town engineer, told me that Benderson was gonna have to resubmit their application, and I was gonna ask you guys about, would they have to start the process all over again, a public hearing, and, you know, that's the questions I was intending to ask. So I guess, can you get back to me, Mr. Supervisor, as to why the...
I can check with Steve Mountain on
Yeah, check with
his
him.
recollection of a conversation on the telephone 3 weeks ago with you.
Well, I think that's a pretty serious conversation. He called me and said that he called me.
Is it in response to a call you made to him?
I had wrote a letter and said it would be my intention to file an injunction against the project, and I listed the reasons why. And I could guess that would be his response. You know, in order, when you file an injunction, a temporary injunction, you've got to give to the judge the reasons, and I listed the impact study, the way the town of Batavia Planning Board handled the whole situation, and there were some other things. I don't have it off the top of my head.
Well, I can't speak to what you and Mr. Mountain stated to one another on the telephone.
That's very disappointing.
Well, how would I? I wasn't part of the
I'm
conversation,
not
so
blaming
Gary.
you. I'm shocked. I'm kind of shocked here. I was like really happy that maybe, you know, this could be, you know, taken care of, and you're coming to a realization that it's a safety issue, a severe safety issue. And for a representative of the town of Batavia to call me and tell me that the application was going to be resubmitted and the town supervisor doesn't have any clue about it, that's disturbing. So I guess I bid you all adieu and have a good night. And I guess I'll just wait to hear. I'm a little confused. Thank you.
Thank you. If there are no other speakers this evening, will we please move to resolution number 144.
Resolution and order after public hearing approving the increase and improvement of facilities of the town of Batavia Sewer District Number 2. As written, so moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
White,
Yes.
Michaelak,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
Underhill,
Yes.
Post.
Yes. Resolution number 145, Dan.
Park Road Project Sewer Customer Agreement between the Town of Batavia and Park Place Associates LP, as written, so moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Underhill,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Michaelak,
Yes.
Post.
Yes. Resolution 146, Park Road Project Sewer Customer Agreement between Town of Batavia Western and Western Regional Off-Track Betting Corporation, as written, so moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Post,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Underhill,
Yes.
Michaelak.
Yes.
Any resolution number 147.
A bond resolution dated July 20th, 2022 of the Town Board of the Town of Batavia, Genesee County, New York, the town authorizing a sewer system capital improvements project within the Town of Batavia Sewer District Number 2 at an estimated maximum cost of $340,000 and authorizing the issuance of serial bonds in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $340,000 of the town pursuant to the local finance law to finance said project, said amount to be offset by a federal, state, county, and/or local funds received, and delegating the power to issue bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the sale of such bonds to the town supervisor. As written, so moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Michaelak,
Yes.
Underhill,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
White,
yes,
Post.
Yes. Ted.
Resolution number 149, establish.
148.
148, let me back that up, sorry about that.
Get ahead of yourself
I
there,
am
Junior.
Way ahead of myself. Reading ahead, I'm sorry. Resolution 148, Concrete Applied Technologies Corporation, DBA TACCO, approval of change order number 2, Park Road Improvement Project, as written, so moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Zambito,
Yes.
Michaelak,
Yes.
White,
yes,
Underhill,
Yes.
Post.
Yes. Sharon, resolution number 149.
establish line items for capital projects. Resolve the Batavia Town Board hereby establishes the following line items. As written, so moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
White,
Yes,
Underhill,
Yes.
Michaelak,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
Post.
Yes. Dan, resolution number 150.
Resolution to approve supplemental agreements number 3 for the Park Road Improvement Project for Rivy Engineering and Land Surveying. As written, so moved.
second,
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Underhill,
Yes.
White,
yes,
Michaelak,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
Post.
Yes. Resolution number 151, adopting local law number 3 of 2022. As written, so moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Post,
Yes.
Underhill,
Yes.
Michaelak,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
White.
yes,
Patty, resolution number 152.
Training workshop, resolve Batavia Town Board hereby authorizes the following personnel to attend training workshops: Jonathan Long, Paul McCullough, Brittany Woodcup, Jen Zambito, Kathy Jasinski, and Paul Marchese. It was June 7th, 2022, in-house solar training. As written, so moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Michaelak,
Yes.
Underhill,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
White,
yes,
Post.
Yes. Someone move to suspend the rules? No,
Make a
wait a minute,
mo-
153?
Not yet.
Okay,
Yep.
153.
Chad.
Water wastewater billing software edition, user registration, Williamson Law Book Company, whereas the town currently has 3 user device registrations and requested a quote for 1 additional user registration for water wastewater billing software. And whereas Williamson Law Book Company provided the proposals to add 1 device registration along with additional annual cloud access at the annual cost of $1,575. Now therefore be it resolved, the Batavia Town Board hereby authorizes the purchase of an additional user device registration from Williamson Law Book Company at a cost of $1,575. Be it further resolved, the supervisor is hereby directed to execute the proposals, copies of which are annexed here too and made part of the minutes. So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Zambito,
Yes.
Michaelak,
Yes.
White,
yes,
Underhill,
Yes.
Post.
Yes. Now, Dan.
Make a motion to suspend the rules.
Second.
second,
Roll call.
Underhill,
Yes.
White,
yes,
Michaelak,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
Post.
Yes.
Sure.
yeah.
Sharon, you're up.
Skylighters of New York LLC fireworks permit. Whereas Skylighters of New York LLC has submitted an application to display fireworks sponsored by Genesee County Agricultural Society on July 29th, 2022 at the Genesee County Fairgrounds, 5056 East Main Street Road, Batavia, New York, application attached. And whereas the Town of Batavia Fire Department has been notified of the application made, and whereas a permit from the Town of Batavia is required, now therefore be it resolved, the Batavia Town Board hereby authorizes the granting of a fireworks permit to Skylighters of New York LLC, sponsored by Genesee County Agricultural Society on Friday, July 29th, 2022 at the Genesee County Fairgrounds, 5056 East Main Street Road. So moved.
Second.
Discussion? We hope everyone gets a chance to go out and enjoy the fair this year. They're putting a great show on, so. Roll call, please.
White,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
Underhill,
Yes.
Michaelak,
Yes.
Post.
Yes. Dan, Resolution 155.
Temporary beer, wine, and cider permits issued to individuals holding events at Woodsmith Estates. Whereas Janice Smith, owner of Woodsmith Estates located at 9149 Creek Road, Batavia, was issued a special use permit by the Town of Batavia for wedding venues and events. And whereas New York State Liquor Authority allows Ms. Smith to obtain a beer, wine, and cider permit only 4 times per year for events, whereas individuals holding events at Woodsmith Estates can apply for a temporary beer, wine, and cider permit from the New York State Liquor Authority, providing local municipality and local enforcement agency have no objections. And whereas Ms. Smith requested and received a letter of support from the Genesee County Sheriff's Office and is requesting a letter of support from the town. Now therefore be resolved that the town board has no objections to individual applying for a temporary beer, wine, and cider permit for events held at Woodsmith Estates, 9149 Creek Road, Batavia, New York, and be it further resolved, the supervisor is here authorized to send a letter of support to the New York State Liquor Authority along with a certified copy of this resolution. So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Underhill,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Michaelak,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
Post.
Yes. Surprised they don't allow mead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone want to move to pay the bills? It's
So
only
moved.
About $1.3 million tonight.
Second.
Yeah, that's it. Not much.
Any discussion on that? Some big checks going out this
I
week.
looked at 'em.
Thank you all for the effort to come in and review and sign those, by the way. I know that's a pretty substantial stack of invoices to pay, so thank you for that. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Underhill,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Michaelak,
Yes.
Post.
Yes. Under department reports, Building, Zoning, and Inspection Department continue to answer calls and do plan review and issue permits for a plethora of projects. Dan Lang informed me this morning that the total number of projects is lower, but the value of the projects is substantially increased over the year prior. So fewer permits, but a larger scale applications. They're also engaged in helping remodel and continuing their work in the other communities that subsidize their pay. Water Sewer Department continues to make hydrant maintenance and valve repairs and maintain pump stations, lift stations, and support the meter reading and customer service calls that come in. Under engineering, site plan review, highway and park road construction inspection, and any applications for funding for the Route 98 work continue to be engaged in. They continue to work on the Kings Plaza pump station process. We're getting closer on closing out some easements on that. Looking hopefully a fall start. Continue to engage with the city of Batavia on the allocation of additional capacity at the wastewater plant, and probably I think there were 137 active projects on the engineering wheelhouse this month. Too numerous to count, but value is pretty large. My report consists that the expenditures and revenues are available for your review. We did get our review from 3+1, our quarterly review, and the town continues to remain in a very good financial perspective, and actually increased their cash position over the last 3 months through the frugal use of the taxpayers' dollars. So we have hedged against inflation the last quarter, thanks to the staff's efforts to underspend and generate revenue that wasn't anticipated. So thank you all for that. Clerk, do you have a report?
I do. Our June town clerk report, we collected $26,234.50, remitted $25,960.24 to the supervisor for the local share. Assemblyman Steve Hawley is gonna be hosting a town hall meeting on Saturday, July 23rd, from 11:45 till 12:30 at the Batavia City Center. Batavia City Hall.
Center, yeah.
Town, yeah, City Hall. Glow Regional Solid Waste is gonna be having their household hazardous waste collection on September 17th. And that is by appointment, at web address www.glowsolidwaste.org, or by calling 585-815-7906. Also, there's going to be an electronic collection on Saturday, September 24th, and that also is by appointment, or they can call the same as for the solid waste at the email address and the phone number. Liquor license notice, the city clerk's office received it and forwarded it on to me, that an application for a 30-day advance notification was received for Senor Leon Mexican Restaurant, LLC. It's at 4110 Veterans Memorial Drive. That's all I have.
Well, thank you. I know you've been busy the last month. Any committee reports? Well, Sharon, then I guess it's that time. Do you have any old business?
No
Or
old business.
Chad, you got any new business?
I don't even know what that is anymore. No, sir.
Would someone move to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Michaelak,
Yes.
Zambito,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Underhill,
Yes.
Post.
Yes, and again, thank all of you. I really appreciate the extra effort the last month to keep us on top of all of this that's going on, so.